Hey guys, if you want to learn how to get this background, then please keep watching. Alright guys, welcome back. First thing you're going to need is this project display board you can get at your Dollar Tree. I decided to use this instead of a poster board or a foam board. Then you're going to need a pair of scissors, preferably sharp, a pen to mark your holes to where you want to put them on the back. Then you're going to need something to make the holes larger, as well as a glue gun with a lot of glue sticks. As you can see, I'm using a brush to make my holes larger. And any kind of string lights that you want to use, just make sure that you have a lot. And then some coffee filters. When I mean coffee filters, I mean I used about 9 packs of coffee filters. So what you want to do is you just want to turn it over. And as you can see, there's a bunch of little circles to where I'm going to poke my holes in. You can make these out preferably in advance so you know your proper placement instead of just starting to stab and poke holes all over the place. You want to make sure that you measure and you know exactly how far along it's going to go. So when you're poking the holes in the back, you know that how much distance you have between one light to the next light is going to basically fit. You don't want to poke a hole and then the light isn't going to go through. So you want to make sure that you're measuring them up so that the lights will go in each hole, whether you go zigzag or straight across. So that's always a good idea. So with this, as you can see, after I poked the hole in with the scissors, I just went in with the end of a brush just to make it larger, because most of the mini lights, they do have a decent size. They're a little bit bigger than a pen. So you want to make sure that you do have it so that you're not forcing or breaking the light when you go inside. Alright, as you can see, I did speed up and I poked all my holes in the centerpiece. At the beginning, I was not going to put something on the sides at all. I wasn't going to poke any holes on the sides. Later on, I did change my mind because I wanted it to be a flat background rather than one that stood up that I could actually hang on the wall, which is how I have it now currently. So now I'm just going to go through and speed it up and show you guys how I basically measured out all the lights. So as you can see, I just want to make sure every light is going to find a hole, it's going to get in. You know, with these lights, you have a little bit of stretching power. You don't have a whole lot, but you do have a little bit, so you can kind of pinpoint where you want this to go and that to go. Just to make sure that the lights, again, properly go through, and you don't want them to touch the wrong thing. And the good thing about these lights is that they don't necessarily catch fire. They don't overheat. That's why they're made for even Christmas trees, obviously. But the fact of it is that these lights are really, really good rather than using, some people like actual LED lights, which tend to get a lot hotter than these lights do. So I just went with standard multicolored Christmas lights. The good thing about these is I can always buy replacements and just change out the bulbs. So if you have Christmas lights sitting around, that's definitely the way to go. Alright, and then I got the Fresh Cup. These are from Dollar Tree. They're $1 a piece. You get 150, or you can go to Walmart, and I think they have a pack that's like $2 to $2.50 for about $1 as well, so you can pick and choose. But all you're really going to do is you're just going to grab it, and you can just bunch it up. You want to make the top look like a flower. That's the whole gist of this entire DIY, is to make the top look like a flower. And at the bottom, as you can see, what you're going to do is you're going to put some hot glue and you're just going to press it down so that it makes more of a floral arrangement. And you want to have pretty much a wall of flowers. So basically like carnations in a sense. So I sped up again, and as you can see, I'm going to show you, I've gotten to the point where I've done half the board that I'm just pretty much bunching them up and I'm making a pile of ones already put together. I've seen other people where, they've done something similar and they take their time to make it really dainty, but I like a full board, so that's why I used about 9 packs. Anywhere between 8 to 9 packs of 150 to 200 coffee filters. And if you get them from Dollar Tree, you're definitely, it's not going to be as expensive as if you're going to buy. It's pretty much, in my opinion, it's cheaper than buying fabric. And you get to make it yourself. You get to change it out, and it is so multi-versatile, meaning that if you want a pink background, you just pull the lights off the back, because I did not seal them in, just pull the lights out the back, and you replace the bulbs. If you want it blue, you want to do Christmas, just green and red, you just put them in there. Right now I'm using multicolor because I want it to be just colors everywhere, and I don't want one specific color. Eventually I will probably do a color scheme, probably a teal and a a pink or, purple and pink, whatever I decide at that time. But as you can see, I'm just taking it and I put my hand in the middle of the coffee filter and I push down, and then with my other hand, I'm just grabbing it and pretty much crunching the bottom just so that I know it's going to stay together. And if you mess up, you can always go back and do it again. So it's not such a big deal. And then I like to make a pile. I like to do this because this way I'm not sitting there, because this is a very tedious process. And I don't want this process to drag and drag and drag. This process took me, probably because I did not do it, hours and hours straight. I did a little bit at a time, and then I got tired of it, so I put it to the side. There were times when I had to go back to the store and buy more coffee filters because I underestimated how many I was going to need. If you're going to do a board of this size, you're not going to do a foam board, you're not going to do a poster board. You're going to do a board this size, then you're going to need about 8 packs of coffee filters. Now what I'm doing is I like to take about 3 or 4, and I like to glue them in the middle, and I stick them together so that I have a bunch that looks like a flower. And then what I will do is I will take the bottom and I'll glue the base and then push it to the poster board. So that's always another thing that I like to do. And Dollar Tree has glue sticks. Unfortunately, some of them it's only glitter glue sticks, but it does the job. They stick just as well. Your local craft store might have, better value on glue sticks, so you could definitely look that up as well. And then you just press it in place. The good thing about this is because it is more of that tissue paper kind of, coffee filter. So I hope this tutorial and this DIY was helpful for you all. Check out the link in the box below to see the lovely lady that I got this idea from. And again, your background will be different based on the color lights that you put up. Alright guys, stay beautiful, stay blessed, and stay delicious, and I'll check you in the next video.